Did you know that if you let weeds flower and set seed in July, you could be dealing with thousands more next year? In the heat of summer, weeds grow faster than ever, stealing water, nutrients, and sunlight from your vegetables. Let's get straight to what works. Here's how to manage weeds effectively in July and keep your garden thriving. Why July weed control is critical. July is peak growing season for both crops and weeds. If weeds reach the flowering stage now, they will drop seeds and multiply dramatically. Managing them this month stops future problems and gives your vegetables the resources they need to produce. Quick fact, a single pigweed plant can produce over 100,000 seeds. Removing it before seed set saves years of weeding later. Tools and materials you'll need. Before you start, prepare these tools to make weed management easier. Hand fork or weeding knife, precise removal of small weeds. Stirrup hoe or scuffle hoe, quick surface weeding between rows. Wheel hoe, great for larger beds and faster work. Mulch materials, straw, shredded leaves, or grass clippings. Gloves, protect your hands from thorns and rough stems. Kneeling pad, saves your knees during long weeding sessions. Watering can or drip system, to keep soil moist for easy weed pulling without watering unwanted areas. Having the right tools ready makes the work efficient and prevents frustration. Mulch is your best friend. Apply a fresh layer of organic mulch, straw, shredded leaves, or grass clippings, around plants. Keep mulch 2 to 3 inches thick to block sunlight from reaching weed seeds. Pull existing weeds before mulching to avoid trapping them alive. Tip: replenish mulch in mid-season, like July, when earlier layers have decomposed or thinned out. This single step can cut your weeding time in half. Regular hand weeding. Walk your rows once or twice a week. Pull weeds while they're small and the soil is slightly moist. Use a hand fork or stirrup hoe to cut weeds just below the soil surface. Why it matters: small weeds are far easier to remove and haven't yet stolen significant nutrients. Removing them early protects your crop's growth. Bonus tip: early morning or after watering is best, roots slip out easily. Hoeing and shallow cultivation. Run a sharp hoe between rows to slice off weeds. Stay shallow, 1 to 2 inches deep, to avoid disturbing vegetable roots or bringing new weed seeds to the surface. Do this every 7 to 10 days in July for best results. Context: deep cultivation brings buried weed seeds to the surface where they germinate. Staying shallow prevents a new flush of weeds. Pro tip: a scuffle hoe is perfect for quick touch-ups on dry days. Prevent seed formation. Don't let weeds flower. Clip off seed heads immediately if you can't remove the whole plant at once. Dispose of seed-bearing weeds away from your compost pile to avoid spreading seeds back into your beds. Remember, each seed head removed is hundreds of weeds prevented next year. Extra insight: many weeds have explosive seed dispersal. Preventing seeding now avoids a major infestation later. Cover crops for bare spots. If you have empty space in your garden in July, sow a fast-growing cover crop like buckwheat or clover. Cover crops outcompete weeds, shade the soil, and add organic matter when tilled under later. Quick hack: buckwheat germinates in warm soil and smothers weeds in just a few weeks. Clover adds nitrogen while shading weeds. Water wisely. Target your vegetables, not the whole bed. Use soaker hoses or drip irrigation to keep weed seeds dry while feeding your crops. Avoid overhead watering that wets everything and helps weeds thrive. Why it matters: watering only where you need reduces the germination of weed seeds in unused areas. Common mistakes and how to avoid them. Letting weeds go to seed leads to years of extra weeding. Solution: clip or pull weekly. Over-cultivating soil brings dormant weed seeds to the surface. Solution: stay shallow. Neglecting mulch, bare soil invites weed seeds. Solution: keep a consistent mulch layer. Ignoring edges, fence lines and paths can be seed sources. Solution: weed them too. Showing the wrong way versus the right way can help visualize these mistakes. A few minutes of attention now saves hours later. Mini review of helpful tools. Favorite stirrup hoe, lightweight, sharp blade that glides under the surface, perfect for quick mid-season cleanups. Ergonomic hand weeder, a curved blade reduces strain on wrists, ideal for older gardeners or long sessions. Will hoe with attachments, excellent for larger gardens, covering wide rows quickly and with minimal effort. Investing in the right tools can dramatically cut down on time and effort spent managing weeds. Why weeds hurt your harvest? Weeds compete directly with vegetables for water, nutrients, and sunlight. In July, when plants are fruiting or bulking up roots, competition can mean smaller yields and fewer fruits. Stunted growth and pale leaves from nutrient deficiency. Increased pest pressure, as some weeds harbor insects and diseases that spread to crops. Insight: keeping beds clean in July not only boosts current harvests but also reduces stress on plants, making them more resilient in heat waves and droughts. How weeds affect future seasons. Allowing weeds to grow unchecked now can damage your soil and future plantings. Weed seeds build up. A single season of neglect leads to a seed bank that lasts years. Soil structure suffers, deep-rooted perennial weeds compact soil and make future cultivation harder. Disease carryover: some weeds host pathogens that survive in the soil and infect next year's crops. Pro tip: consistent July weeding is like an investment. You're saving yourself work for seasons to come and building a healthier, cleaner garden bed. Stay consistent all month. Managing weeds is not a one-time task. Regular attention in July prevents a big mess later. Checklist for July. Mulch refreshed. Rows hoed weekly. Seed heads clipped. Watering targeted. Cover crops in bare areas. Edges and paths checked. Expert tip: keep a garden journal. Note which areas had the most weeds, what tools worked best, and how often you needed to weed. This helps you improve each year. Bottom line: systematically manage weeds in July. Prepare your tools, mulch generously, hoe shallowly, pull regularly, and never let weeds go to seed. Your vegetables will thank you with stronger growth, higher yields, and a cleaner garden all season long. Happy weeding and happy growing.